from slide 6, we can know that Hitler's childhood psychological perspective. In Hitler's life, his characteristics is very familiar, which means that he is very like a woman, and he is very shy. From Ella perspective, we can know that Hitler is very inferiority in his childhood, and it can interpret that Hitler do not want to striving for superiorities from the futures, and it reflects that Hitler was a shy person in his childhood life, so that Hitler may want to get the success or be superiorities in his future life. And also Hitler like to paintings. His favorite painting is like to drawing wooden castles. It reflects from the Ella perspective, we can know that Hitler want to be disasters in the futures, which can reflect that in his childhood life, and it may also affect the Hitler's human development to become striving for superiorities perspective, which means that Hitler will become more unhealthy, unhealthy psychological developments in his futures. And in slide 7, we can know that Hitler is very, in his childhood is very fragile and always becomes sick, and he is always need to rely on his mother to take care of him, so that he can interpret that Hitler was quite very inferiorities in his childhood life, and Hitler was have some the physical defense which cannot get what he wants in his childhood life, like such as in Hitler's youngsters, he want to join the armies and get the success in the armies. However, his coach or told the Hitler that he is not suitable to become an army, so that Hitler is very inferiorities from this perspective, and he wants to strive to become more success in his futures, so that it makes Hitler to become more success in his future life. In Ella perspective, we can know that Hitler was have some striving for success is a compensations for Hitler's, because Hitler's childhood is not very well, and Hitler want to compensate with his childhood life, so that he want to join the armies and become more successful armies in the in his human development life. So in slide 8, we can know that Hitler's childhood development from his families, and from the Hitler's fathers, he was very muscular, and Hitler's want to interpret it, and from the Ella perspective, we can know that Hitler's want to imitate his fathers is like to compensate or striving for superiorities to his life, because he want to compensate his uh, physical defense in his childhood, so that he imitates his father's to become more better or very muscular to become a man to striving for superiorities. And from the Hitler's mothers is very softless and be very kind. And Hitler in his childhood do not like his mothers, because he think that his mother is very shy and very weakless. And so that from the Ella perspective, we can analyze that Hitler has the inferiority complex, which means that Hitler is very inferiorities in his childhood life, and he do not want to imitate his mother's like her to become a very wicked man, so that Hitler want to become more success and he imitates his father's to become a muscular man to striving for success or superiorities in his future life. So in the short summary from the childhood, Hitler's childhood, we can imitate that Hitler's his very have some physical defense, which mean that Hitler is want to striving for superiority, uh, like he want to join the armies to become more success. And it from the Ella theories, we can use the striving for superiorities to interpret it. Striving for superiorities means that one dynamic force behind people's behavior is striving for success or superiorities. We can from this force line to know that Hitler is very inferiorities from his childhood and he want to striving for success in his future life, so that Hitler want to join the armies and become a good man or muscular man to be more success in his futures, so that Hitler's childhood development is have the striving for superiorities perspective to let Hitler to become more success in his future.